Imagine an artifact thousands of years old, perfectly carved from crystal. An artifact that, according to legend, can heal, but also bring death. They say its eyes are prisms through which one can glimpse the future. And what is most frightening, no one knows who created it, or why. Was it the work of a lost civilization, or proof of contact with something beyond humanity? In this opening episode, we uncover one of the most enigmatic tales of the archaeological world, the story of the crystal skulls. Secrets buried in stone that continue to baffle both scientists and seekers of mysteries. For decades, the strangest gemstone in the world has belonged to a woman who keeps it on velvet, in the silence of her own home. It is a skull weighing more than 5 kilograms, flawlessly carved from pure quartz crystal. Its eyes, shaped like prisms, are said to reveal visions of the future. They call it the Skull of Death. From the moment it was found in the ruins of an ancient Central American city, it sparked a flood of questions. Researchers examined it down to the finest details, shone colored lights through it, analyzed every cut and every imperfection. Yet all were left without answers. Crystal skulls have been found all over the world, in China, Germany, Brazil, some declared forgeries, others hidden in private collections, still carrying the reputation of authentic relics guarding the knowledge of lost civilizations, or perhaps the knowledge of those not from this earth. The most famous is undoubtedly the skull discovered in 1924 in Lebanton, present-day Belize, linked to the name of Mitchell Hedges. Its story, however, is shrouded in contradictory statements, suspicious details, and gaps in time. Was it truly an ancient Mayan artifact, or a cleverly staged find, discovered on his daughter Anna's 17th birthday? Even the British Museum, renowned for its precision and meticulous records of every artifact, describes the skull in its possession only vaguely, probably of Aztec origin. How did Tiffany & Company ever acquire such an object? And why did the museum's cleaners demand that the skull be covered with a black cloth at night, claiming they felt its icy gaze? Some of these skulls are crystal clear, others cloudy or tinged with quartz. Some are life-sized, others smaller. One of the most famous was discovered by the English adventurer and writer Mitchell Hedges in 1924 at Lebanton, today Belize. In fact, there are two most renowned mysterious crystal skulls the size of a human head. One rests in a glass case at the top of the staircase in the Museum of Mankind, part of the British Museum near London's Piccadilly Circus. The museum administration faced a particular problem. Terrified by the skull's unrelenting, frozen gaze in the dim exhibition hall, the cleaning staff demanded that it be covered with black cloth at night before they would dare clean near it. In such a museum, where every exhibit is precisely documented for the public, it is striking that the skull's description is so vague. Regarding its age, the label reads only, probably of Aztec origin, earliest from the colonial period. In truth, even that description is speculation by the museum's experts, for almost nothing is known about the skull's past. The museum purchased it in 1898 from Tiffany's in New York for £120. Nobody at the Museum of Mankind knows how the jeweler acquired it, though rumors suggest it may have come from a 19th century Mexican treasure hunt. The second skull belongs to Anna Mitchell Hedges, and the story of how it came into her possession is exotic and tangled. Her adoptive father, F.A. Mike Mitchell Hedges, was a British adventurer who roamed the Americas in the early 20th century, gambling with millionaires, riding remote lands like a cowboy, and even fighting in the Mexican Revolution alongside Pancho Villa. During one of his travels, in Ontario, he adopted a young orphan named Anna LeGillan, who later took his surname. It was Anna who would eventually discover the crystal skull. In 1927, while conducting excavations at the magnificent Mayan city of Lebanton in Belize, a city he had found while searching for the lost civilization of Atlantis, Anna spotted something beneath a sacrificial altar on her 17th birthday. It was the upper half of a crystal skull. 3 months later, only a few feet away, she uncovered the detachable lower jaw. According to Anna, her father initially entrusted the skull to the local Maya, who prayed to it. They told my father it was their god, which could heal, but also bring death. At the end of the expedition, in late 1927, the Maya presented the skull to Mitchell Hedges as a gift, in gratitude for the medicines and clothing he had provided them. But from the very beginning, the skull provoked debate. Its origins remain unknown, and even the circumstances of its discovery are unclear. Why did Anna find the jaw only months later? Why did neither her father nor the other excavators ever fully explain the find? Some skeptics suggest the skull was planted beneath the altar as a staged discovery to cheer Anna on her birthday. Others speculate Mitchell Hedges had acquired it in Mexico beforehand. What makes the story stranger is that in his autobiography Danger Is My Ally, 1954, Mitchell Hedges devoted barely a few vague lines to the skull, despite his reputation for dramatic storytelling. Later editions even omitted the passage altogether. Anna, however, firmly rejects any suggestion of a hoax. She insists her father would never have spent thousands of pounds on an expedition just to bury a crystal skull. She also explains that her father respected the right of individual team members to publish their own discoveries, and had decided that she should one day tell the skull story herself. In fact, the skull briefly appeared at Sotheby's in 1943, listed as Lot 54, sold by London art dealer Sidney Burney. The British Museum even attempted to purchase it at the auction. Records show Burney later sold it to Mitchell Hedges himself for £400, further muddying the timeline. From then on, the skull remained in the Mitchell Hedges family. After her father's death in 1959, Anna kept it with her in Britain and Canada, occasionally lending it out to exhibitions or researchers. She always maintained it was an authentic Mayan artifact, while scientists remained divided. Scientific analyses have failed to resolve the question. Quartz crystal cannot be dated by conventional means. Microscopic studies of some skulls revealed possible traces of copper tools consistent with Aztec craftsmanship, while others showed faint marks suggestive of modern rotary equipment. French experts concluded a smaller skull in the Musée d'Ilhom in Paris was indeed Aztec, carved in the 14th or 15th century as part of a priest's staff. The British Museum's tests, however, found no conclusive evidence. Meanwhile, legends surrounding the crystal skulls grew even more fascinating. Native American traditions speak of 13 skulls, each holding fragments of lost knowledge from 12 inhabited worlds. The 13th skull, when united with the others, is said to unlock a power that could change the destiny of humanity. Sounds unbelievable? And yet, modern science adds fuel to the fire. The Japanese company Hitachi recently developed quartz-based chips capable of storing information for thousands of years. If we can do that today, could it be possible that the crystal skulls were ancient data storage devices? Perhaps communication tools of a lost civilization, or gifts from beings who came from the stars? The answers remain elusive. But one thing is certain. The crystal skulls are a perfect fusion of art, mystery, and something that defies our understanding. Underscore 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 underscore. And now, a question for you. Do you think the crystal skulls are masterpieces of ancient civilizations, sacred relics carved in stone carrying messages from the past? Or are they still unlocked keys to knowledge that comes from beyond our world? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like, and in the comments, share your thoughts. Because perhaps, just perhaps, the answer to this mystery lies with one of you.